Just meeting you.
No doubt, no doubt. It's been just in this room specifically. It's been a really long, great journey though. So I've learned a lot, developed a lot, and got to grow a lot too, mentally and physically, which is more important than anything. So, but yeah, it's been a long grind.
Imagine it's gone about as well as you could have hoped overall.
Absolutely, I wouldn't want it any other way. This is regardless of how my body feels, regardless of how I feel. It's about what the results are at the end of the day. So that's what I work for, the results at the end of the day, so wouldn't have it any other way.
What's been the most rewarding? I know the process isn't done yet, but so far, what's been the most rewarding part of coming here?
There's a lot of benefits to coming here. I'd say more importantly is at the end of the day, it's winning, understanding what it takes to win, because winning in any division is really hard, regardless. Getting that W at the end of the day, that's the most rewarding thing that I could ever ask for, and doing with the people in the room. Man, that's an amazing feeling as well. So winning has been the most important factor in coming here.
Do you think you appreciate it more after what you went through towards the end of Colorado?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Every game you appreciate, and every down you appreciate regardless. But winning, that's something that you can full-heartedly take full responsibility for at the end of the day. Coaching staff, athletic staff, everybody, because that's an all-in effort from everybody, from every single level of college football. It's an all-in effort to win, so it's definitely rewarding.
Back in September, do you remember when you took the field for the first time at Doak Campbell, what that felt like?
Oh yeah, that was the most electric stadium I've been in. I mean, playing against LSU, that was pretty electric, but it wasn't Doak Campbell. There's a difference between playing at an away game or a neutral site and then playing at Doak Campbell. That's almost 90,000 people yelling. It feels like 90,000, 100,000 people yelling at you. So, but no, it's an amazing feeling. And now going into the last time, going in there, it's tough.
How did it feel compared to expectations or what you heard about Doak Campbell?
Exceeded far by any means. Because I played in Pac-12 stadiums, they're not as big. Doak Campbell now, that's something different. That's something different. Playing there, I would hate to be in the away team to play in there.
Do you think your emotions going to be like? What do you think your emotions going to be like when you walk in there for the last time Saturday?
No, I purposely didn't do the senior day at Colorado because I knew wherever I would go, that would be my last game. And so walking out there with my mom is going to be something that's really special, especially in Doak Campbell. Nothing gets better than that. So there's going to be a lot of emotions regardless of what it is. So, but being able to walk out there and look around and be like, soak it all in, that's going to be something that's really special.
Is she still in California?
Yes, sir. Yeah, all my family's still out in California.
Have they been on coming games?
Actually, my mom and my older brother's first game they ever been to. So he came up to the Miami game last week, so that was really special. And then the last previous game they came to was the LSU game. And so having them come out to those two games specifically, you couldn't ask for any better college football than that. So, but no, they're my little brother and my mom are coming out for this game right now. So this is gonna be my little brother's first game out here, first time in Florida for literally all my family. So now it's gonna be really exciting.
How old is he?
Little brother, he just turned 18.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a chance? Were you one of the players that kind of went over to the crowd after the game last week?
No, I stood in the middle of the field and I soaked it all in. Just kind of figure out what I just did, what we just did. I've never been in that rivalry, and to be in that rivalry and know how much it really means, it's something that's really special. And to just see the reaction from the crowd, from the stands, from the people, from every level, it was amazing to see. So, but no, I wasn't the individual that was in the crowd.
Do you want to do that this week if you guys?
No, I'm not one to be. I mean, I'm an offensive lineman. I'm not one to be in the limelight unless I get a holding penalty. So,
how far do you think the line has come? I mean, you guys had some new guys getting in a new system, and how far have you guys come during the course of the season?
The best part about it is we're all still continuing to grow, and so I believe we still haven't met our full potential yet. There are a lot of things that we need to improve on, but for the most part, everybody who gets in understands the bottom line, what needs to be done and how it needs to happen, because it's not always going to look pretty. At the end of the day, there's 5 people on the offensive line. You're playing 60 snaps a game. Everybody else doesn't really play 60 straight snaps. So it's really tough to get a perfect plus on every single play. But the continuity between the guys that are growing throughout the year, it's increasing. So that's what you really like to see towards the end of the season. Early on in the season, we still had the opportunity to grow as well. Now that we're kind of understanding that these are our solid 8 guys and these are the 8 guys that are going to go out and play for us, now we understand that We got 5 weeks, 6 weeks left, whatever it is. Understand that this is the final last bit, so we're growing.
I didn't realize it when you came in. So you know Lorenzo Booker, for a long time?
I've known of him, and I got to meet him when I was at St. Bonaventure.
Okay.
I've talked to him multiple times since I've been at Florida State, and his son Kane, he's a heck of a ball player. But yeah, I know of Lorenzo Booker. I know he was a great athlete as well. So, but no, he's really special.
When it comes to guard, blocking for someone like Jordan Travis, who appreciates the offensive line as much as he does gives you guys shout-outs, what's that like?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, our sole responsibility is to protect him. So if I'm not doing my job, I feel like I let him down. And that's not a great feeling at all by any means. And so, but to have an individual who understands the guys in front of him are his protectors, and he looks at us as his leaders, that's an amazing feeling. And you can fight for an individual like that. We fight for him as well. We love him. We respect him a lot. A lot of that he's had to go through since he's been here as well. And so to block like a guy like that, that's special.
You just mentioned your physical health. Coach Norvell just mentioned it in his press conference. How are you feeling now, 10, 11 weeks into the year, getting treatment and how important that is right now?
I mean, there's obviously going to be nicks and bruises that you're going to go with. I mean, injuries are showing up regardless of what it is, but you can't let the injuries take over how your game is. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody who's played ball knows this, that the best day you're going to feel is on Saturdays. And so if you can get through the weeks and get through the days during the week, you'll be fine by Saturday. That's my goal, is that I need to do everything that's outside of on the field and do everything in the treatment room and doing that and getting everything right, getting my body right so I can be at my fullest potential. I mean, that's week 11. You're going to feel every single week. You're going to feel every play, really. So, but understanding the necessities that I need to do off the field is a big piece, and understanding my recovery.
Yeah, and adding on to that, how important has the rotation been to kind of maybe keep you fresher throughout the year, kind of keep some of the offensive line fresher?
Well, what's great with that is that we were so deep on our offensive lines that we can rotate a lot of guys. And so having a rotation at that position specifically is great, because playing 60, 80 snaps a game for 11 games, I can't do the math right now, but but that's a lot of plays. Yeah. So being able to rotate that many guys throughout practice or throughout a game is really essential for maintaining health. So, and I like that system. We've adopted that system as well, and we're not selfish in terms of who plays more, who does this and that. But we understand when you're out there, you got to make those plays count as well. And so having the ability to rotate, it's amazing in terms of health.
You and Meach, and you guys have some older guys that won't be back next year. Mm-hmm. So fans are starting to wonder, like, okay, what's coming behind you guys? What have you seen from the younger guys since you've been here? I
want to give a couple of guys a shout out. Jalen Early and Bryson Estes. I mean, those two guys have really stepped up in terms of their development and also their role, and they're going to be able to play in the next few weeks and stuff like that. So those guys especially have been able to grow individually as a person, but also off the field as well. They've excelled. And so I'm really excited to see what their potential is, not only, but to see how they grow later on, 2-3 years from now, what they end up being here at Florida State. But I think they have some severe potential there. And also a guy like Lucas Simmons, who just got cleared, Andre Otto, like those Daughtry Rich, I can go on with them. Like, I've seen those guys, Keyshawn, specifically Big Sap, like, those guys have done an exceptional job. And I think that constitutes how we practice on Sundays. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, it's a real war out there for the boys on Sundays. I don't know if you guys have been able to see it, but those guys are taking leaps and bounds in terms of their development. And so I'm really excited to see what their potential is.
Y'all good?